key message would be that while the GAA are organising and putting out there so many courses for developing coaches, and they're brilliant really, in different levels, foundation course, level 1s, level 2s, unbelievable. But to be a coach, you really don't need to have any of those courses done to get involved. All you need is to have a bit of enthusiasm, and all you need is to be prepared to give some amount of time to players, and the players can be youngsters or they can be adults, that you are prepared to give your time consistently, and that might be 6 Saturday mornings in the year, it might be once a week, it might be twice a week, whatever. And if you're prepared to give your time and encourage the players, you are then a coach, and you will be playing your part in, I suppose, promoting the game of hurling and making sure that it remains as strong as it is, and that future generations have it to enjoy. You get every kind of person attending the conference. You get people that have just started out, and maybe they have a child, a boy or a girl, and they're interested in the games and they want to help out, and they're coming up to the conference here. I suppose they're coming up to learn, they're coming up to network, they're coming up to pick up, they're coming up to get enthused. And you will find people that have never coached, that have never been on the field in any form of manner, either as a player or as a coach. And you will also get people that have played down in Croke Park here at the highest level. You will get ex-inter-county players that performed at the top level. And as players, they may not have been watching how the games and how the coaching was actually done. So sometimes they have to come right back to the beginning and say, well, how do you actually handle 20 or 30 7 or 8 year olds or 12-year-olds? How do you handle them? Where do you start? How do you draw up a bit of a plan for the year? And equally so, you could have a player with a pocket full of All-Ireland medals, and suddenly he's given the job of managing his own senior club team, and he hasn't ever done it, or she hasn't ever done it. And you need to get some ideas as to how you would start, how you set up a programme for the year, and the things to watch out for. And it's by coming together and networking and coming to all the different events that the games development personnel put on in each county throughout the year that you will learn and progress yourself. Well, I am always enthused by delegates, and if it's delegates at a conference or if it's people turning up for a coaching seminar, I'm always enthused with them, because in particular in the weaker counties, and if I go to some of the weaker counties to do a hurling workshop and I see the passion that the hurling people have in those counties, where it's not easy because football is the main game, and that's not a problem. And they never get a day in the sun. They're working with teams that mightn't win a match. They're working with teams that won't ever see Croke Park, and they're still doing it night after night, week after week, and they enthuse me. And I suppose I hope that I enthuse them by oftentimes telling them that what they're actually doing is the very same as what Kilkenny senior hurling team do. And when they know that, I suppose that does help them, because they think there's a magic wand out there. They think that, down in Kilkenny and Tipperary, recent All-Ireland champions, that there's a different way of doing things and that there's a magic book and there's a magic bottle. But when they realise that they're actually doing the same thing, that helps them. And, you try and explain to them that the teams that are successful, we're lucky to be involved with them. We're lucky, we'll say, in the like of Kilkenny, Tipperary, recent All-Ireland winners, we're lucky that there's so much hurling going on in every parish, and that we have such a peak and so many people, it's their life. And that then we're lucky enough to get a talented bunch of players from time to time and actually win cups. But that doesn't happen for everybody. So, the real people at the coalface are those people that are beavering away in clubs and counties where they never get a sign of a medal.